The sun hung low in the sky, casting a golden glow over the country road. Inside the car, laughter filled the air as the John family cruised along, excitement buzzing through them like an electric current. The road curved sharply, and then they saw it, rising from the mist like a forgotten memory. The night was colder than expected when John's car pulled up to the massive old mansion. The trees surrounding the house stretched their twisted branches toward the sky, swaying in the wind. The place had been advertised as a charming vacation home, but now, standing before its towering frame, Lisa wasn't so sure. She hugged herself and glanced at her husband. Are we sure about this place? It looks unsettling. John chuckled, trying to ease the tension. Come on, it's just an old house. It will be fun, like an adventure. Their teenage son Adam said, yeah, right. Looks like the kind of a place where people go missing in horror movies. Little Emily clutched her teddy bear tightly, her big eyes fixed on the shadowy windows. She said nothing, but a frown crept onto her face as they stepped inside. The air was thick and stale, filled with the scent of dust and something else, something faintly sore. The wooden floor groaned beneath their feet, and the massive chandelier above them swayed slightly as if disturbed by an unseen force. Emily shivered, her voice barely a whisper. She said, I don't like it here. But nobody noticed. It was the first night when things started to go wrong. Adam lay in bed, scrolling through his phone, when he heard it. A whisper, faint, almost playful like a child giggling. He sat up, his heart pounding. He said, Emily, is that you? Silence. Then bang! A loud thud came from inside his closet. Adam swallowed hard, staring at the dark wooden door. Slowly he climbed out of the bed and reached for the handle. His fingers trembled as he pulled it open. Nothing, just empty darkness. Meanwhile, in the bathroom, Lisa was washing her face when she looked up and froze. Her reflection in the mirror was wrong. For a brief second, it lagged behind her movements. Then, as she watched in horror, it smiled, but Lisa hadn't smiled. The lights flickered violently and she stumbled backward, her breath shallow. John, she barely shouted. Something is wrong with the house. John, in the bedroom, looking at some shadows through the window, heard Lisa and ran towards her. As Lisa and John come out of their room to look out for their kids, they found Emily sitting alone in the hallway, her head tilted slightly as if listening to someone. John said gently, Sweetheart, leaning beside her, who are you talking to? Emily turned to him with an innocent smile. She said, The girl in the white dress. She says she lives here. John felt a chill creep up his spine. He exchanged a nervous glance with Lisa, but before they could speak, the chandelier above them suddenly swung wildly and shattered, missing them by inches. That was it. They needed to leave. Night, as they packed their bags, the house came alive. Doors slammed shut on their own. A soft, eerie humming echoed through the halls. Shadows twisted and moved, flickering at the edges of their vision. Lisa clutched Emily, her voice shaking. We have to get out now. Adam and John rushed to the front door, pulling and kicking at it, but it wouldn't budge. The house had locked them in. Then a voice, soft, chilling, whispered from the darkness, "You can't leave. You are mine now." Emily screamed as a ghostly pale hand emerged from the shadows, reaching for her. In sheer desperation, John threw his entire weight against the door. Crack, it burst open. The family bolted outside, running until they reached the car. The moment they crossed the threshold, the house fell eerily silent. The whispers stopped, the shadows disappeared. As John sped down the road, Lisa held Emily close, her hands still trembling. Adam, breathing heavily, looked back at the mansion one last time. And there, standing on the porch, was a small girl in white dress. She smiled sweetly and raised a hand in a slow, deliberate wave, saying, "Goodbye. No, I have to wait for another friend."